Hey everybody, the Long Shot Signatures here. This is episode 138 of my 2023 TTM returns. I have 8 successes from today to share with you all. First few are on some cards. This one is a baseball return. This is a 2 of 2 success in 13 days from former Major League catcher Steve Decker. Seen a few people get him back recently, so I had to send out and was able to add these 2 cards to the sets that I'm working on, signed nicely in blue. Then we have 3 NASCAR returns, 2 of them on cards, 1 on some photos. First one is a 2 of 2 success, also in 13 days, from a driver that I've gotten from before, Larry Pearson. I had it written down that I had sent 3 cards to him, but I think I might have just pulled one out at the last second or got it mixed up with someone else, because these are the only 2 cards I remember sending to him. But he signed both of those for the 94 Max set. Another one for that set got former NASCAR crew chief and 2-time Busch National Series championship winner Tony Eury, something like that. Senior. His son was also a crew chief. I think also worked with Dale Jr. But Tony Sr. was a big part of Dale Earnhardt Incorporated racing and everything, and helped Dale Jr. get his start in the Cup Series, as well as winning 2 championships with him, and now the Xfinity Series, and helping him get his start. Was very successful with him at both levels, and honestly could be a Hall of Famer one day, so that would be really nice to see. Next one is a former Busch National Series and few races in the Cup Series driver, who signed 2 of 2 photos in 189 days, Brad Teague. He is the number 52 in this picture. But Teague mainly spent his time in the Busch National Series, did have some Cup Series action, didn't succeed too well there, and then did have a little bit of work in the Truck Series. But he has raced, I think he continues to race to this day in, spots here and there, and lower series stock cars, including this one where they, I think they bought like an old stock car that another team had owned and redid it for that race. But very cool to get that. That's part of all of the recent additions to Star Tiger that other people have been making, especially of the lesser known NASCAR drivers. Then we have another political return. This is a 2 of 2 success in 25 days from former state governor John H. Sununu. I believe he also has, I think he has 2 kids that have also served in political offices. But he is the former state governor for New Hampshire. He was part of the White House Chief of Staff and a few other political roles. But he at least hand signed them. They're not 100% sure if they're authentic, but they're at least hand signed, so I'll take that over an auto pen signature any day. Then next we have a hockey prospect. He signed 2 of 2 in 29 days. This is 2023 first round draft pick by the Seattle Kraken, Edward Shala, I think is how it's supposed to be pronounced. It's spelt like Sale, S-A-L-E, but with the accents and everything coming from a Czech league, it's pronounced Shala. He is now participating in the Canadian Hockey League to develop on North American ice, and his draft stock was supposed to be a lot higher going into the draft. It was at the start of the season, but a lot of analysts said he had a pretty disappointing year by his standards, so it caused him to drop, but he could be a steal for the Kraken at 20th with his potential. In continuing with the hockey theme, we have a women's college head coach. This is a 3 of 2 success in 29 days from women's hockey coach for Northeastern University, Dave Flint. Signed both of these photos. You'll probably notice that there is a puncture wound in the photos. He included a decal as well as a pin, and the pin ended up pressing through and cutting through the photos, but not a big deal. It's a small little puncture, nothing too crazy. He also included a letter, which he signed as Coach Flint at the bottom. He has developed Northeastern to be a pretty darn good team recently. I think they have made the past 3 Frozen Fours in the Division One tournament. So maybe one of these years he'll be able to beat out the teams and win a championship himself. That's going to be really tough to do with how dominant several of the other top women's programs are. But he is looking to claim his stake for developing one of those. Last one is a college basketball coaching return. This is a 2 of 2 success in 74 days from the Wright State men's basketball coach, Scott Nagy. Is a little bit hard to see. This one kind of smeared off a bit, but it is signed in thin black Sharpie there on the left. This other one's a little bit easier to see. But he has been coaching for quite some time and was a longtime head coach for South Dakota State. And then I think in 2016 he made the move to Wright State and has helped boost their program quite a bit. Make some NCAA tournaments, a lot of national invitational tournaments, but overall, really good head coach, good winning record so far. But that is it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Helps me out a lot. Best luck with your guys' collecting. Take care.